All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
We want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Barak to Yahweh, Barak to Yahushai, Bashem, Rakar, Kodash.
Radah.
All right, Shalom. All right, I already turned it off. And we give double honor to our apostles, the elders, which are the apostle elders that rule the great millstone, that have continued doing the work, and we hope for the elect on the four corners of the planet Earth that's doing this in sincerity, truth, man. Keep pushing. We're in the year of prophecy. 2018 is going to be a hell of a year. All right, we gonna come into some hard times, man. But it's also going to be blessed times, because Esau is getting pushed out of power, man. He's getting pushed. He's getting pushed to the back burner,
Yep.
So we gonna go in on this IUIC madness, this Passover, because that's the thing that these people, they don't stop. Jake does not stop their fucking madness. All right, because what's one of the one times Yahweh Shai got upset? We gonna read it, man. But we IUIC is making merchandise of the people, man. Okay, let's call it as it is. They're taking advantage of a situation to line their pockets. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go through some scriptures, but we're gonna show you, Akim, that we're gonna show a little bit of their video, and then we're gonna go through a calculator and calculate some things up to show you, Akim, this man is raking in money, man. Right? That's why they went into the 501c3 tax exemption. That wasn't owed to build up the word because they're getting money, man. So we're just gonna jump right into it. I'm gonna share the screen and shalom to you, Akim, on the comment board. If you have any scriptures, post them up. We'll get to them, Lord willing. So we're gonna jump right into it and show the Passover, their Passover. All right. And if you see here, if you Akim can see here, this is their promo video. In Texas, and he was issued in the Army Valley Book in Atlanta, Georgia. So watch out, Atlanta, Georgia. Man, these guys, they when it comes to planning their events, they're tip top with it, ain't they?
Yep.
They're tip top. They make sure everything is squared away. They get the building. All of that is taken care of. But once it comes to the Lord's name, though, that gets looked over, man.
Right.
That gets looked over. That just gets missed. You can do all this planning and setting up to do carnal things. Why don't you do that in the truth, man? Go deeper in the knowledge. Go into the Hebrew, man. Go into the names, man. Go into the breakdowns. Go into the chip. What the hell is a extravagant Passover gonna save anyone? Who's that gonna save, man? Like the apostles say, man, it's a lamb dinner, man. You looking at these guys, they're like these greasy niggas, man. I mean, damn. I hate to even get off like that, but damn, man. The spirit is too heated, man. Go ahead,
I just don't get how come they just can't have just a small just a small Passover. It don't have to be big, just a small one.
Hey, we gonna show why they want to have a big one. Let's play. We're only gonna play a small bit of this because I can't do too much of it. So hold on, I can. So if you fear God, shouldn't you use his name?
Right.
If you fear the Lord, should you not use his name and search out his name? That's why I said, what is his name and what is his son's name if thou canst tell?
Right.
You want to pull that for me? I'll get that ready on deck.
Oh, and oh yeah, and this another one too.
Go ahead.
And, yeah, let me get that real quick though. In Proverbs. This is Proverbs chapter 30, verse 4. It says, "Who hath ascended up into heaven or descended?
Mm-hmm.
who hath gathered the wind in his fist,
Come on.
who hath bound the waters in a garment, who hath established all the ends of the earth. What is his name,
Mm-hmm.
and what is his son's name, if thou canst tell?
So that's the main point, man. It's not about anything else. The name of Yahweh Shem Yahushua is important. That scripture wouldn't be in there if it wasn't about pushing the name also, man. All right, so we're gonna play a couple more seconds of this match. Let's see if I look here. A lamb dinner, man. Good food, good lamb. Is that what the Passover is about? Good food and good lamb? The food can be like the apostle said, man, the food can be nasty. Still gonna eat.
Yep.
Okay? And to show you it's not about being a hot taste, because horseradish is to make us remember about Egypt, man. We're gonna go through Exodus verses 2. We're gonna read Exodus 12. But there is a bit of herb that don't taste good to some brothers. So it's not about the taste of the meal. It's about the representation of it, man. It's symbolic, man. That's what it is. It's symbolic. You ain't supposed to dress it up. You don't, as long as the meat is done and it's good to go, put it on the plate and eat it, man.
Right.
All right. So we gonna go right into the thing I pulled up. This is hold on, let me find it. I just had it.
I have Exodus 23 and 13. This is a law that they basically forget about. This is 23 and 13. And in all things that I have said unto you, be circumspect, make no mention of the name of other gods, neither let it be heard out of thy mouth. Now, they call on Jesus, right?
John.
Jesus is a damn demon, man. Okay? Jake has been calling on Jesus for how long now? And Jake's still getting shot down in the streets, man. Like, man, they are worshiping Serapis, Christus, whether they know it or not. So they are breaking this law, but they are all about the law, though.
Man, we finna get into it, man. All right. So what I'm gonna do, Akim, I'm gonna pull up Google, and we're gonna do Google Calculator. All right. This is so you brothers can see this for yourself. I don't know if you actually checked it out, but okay, this is the actual Passover registration for the IUIC 2018 Passover. Okay. All right, this is the form that we pulled up. Let me make sure that you can see it on the screen. Let me check the live stream. Hold on. All right. Okay, it pops up. Now, if you see this is their registration right here. This is how you register to go to the IUIC Passover, all right? So what we're going to do, we're going to scroll down here, all right? We're going to go to Passover fee and registration, all right? It says you must register by email to receive a confirmation of your registration in order to be fully registered, all right? So the fee to go to this is $100, meaning one adult 18 years of age or older, children 5 and under do not count. They are free, all right? That's for one person, right? For a couple, it's $200, all right, to go to their Passover, all right? Man, wife. If you have a Passover and you get, because you're not supposed to come to the Passover empty-handed, all right? So I don't want them to come back and say, oh, y'all gonna know. We understand you're supposed to not come empty-handed, all right? But at this time, we ain't in a position to be doing things. All brothers don't got it, man. So they can't the Passover if they don't got the $100. How they gonna keep the Passover then? You see? Now, for a family, it's $300, okay? $300 for your husband and wife, one or more children between the ages of 5 to 17, all right? That's their prices for this Passover. Now we're gonna get the baseline of our equation. Okay, this is a no. What does it say? Numbers don't lie. Okay, so they
Right.
can't say we lying on them because numbers don't lie. That's why the title of this video is called "Make Not Merchandise of the People." Okay, it's this convenient hall in Atlanta seats 700 people. 700 people only. That's what they're accounting in there, and it's pre-registered. All right. So now what are we gonna do? We're gonna go to Google. All right, we're gonna go to Google and we're gonna type it in. We have what? Let's just do single. Let's say if he just has single people come to this Passover, which we know is not gonna happen. All right, we're gonna give the benefit of the doubt. All right, so we have 100 times 700 people. All right. We have $70,000.
Yep.
$70,000 is what they would make if it was just one person coming there paying the $100 fee. Now we know that's not going to happen. All right, that's not. There's going to be more than a so-called 700 people come, or so-called one person. They're gonna bring their family because they got wives, man. Because they're about that family matters spirit. Okay, so now we're gonna click it out. Let's do 700 times 200. What do we have there? We have $140,000. Okay, $140,000. And remember this, Akim. IUIC is tax exempt. All right, that's that one. Okay. So now let's look at if we got some families in here. Let's say all of them bring their families. You got a couple. We'll give them. I'll give them a solid. Okay, we're gonna do 5. Let's say 300 families come. I mean, the math is simple. You know, I'm just putting it up here for just for Akim to see. The math is simple. So I put 300 people with their families at $300. That's $90,000. All right, that's $90,000. Okay, which is coming into their pocket, man. Yep. They're not doing this truth for any. They're doing it to line their pockets. Okay, you know this is madness, man. When did Yahushua get mad? When he went into the temple and what were they doing? Selling and money changing, man. Okay, we're in a time of being in mourning and pray and hoping Yahweh will have mercy on us, but they're trying to make merchandise of the people, man. And this is and we're gonna stop that. We're gonna get into the scriptures here in a second, man. But you got to think of this, man. They're gonna sell garments you got to buy from them. They're not making on the registration fee. If you actually looking up the garments, they ain't making them this year. So all the other years they made the garments, so they made money on the garments. All right, now you got to buy the either the colors or the seams, and then you go get it made yourself. All right, you see what I'm saying? So the numbers are adding up, man. All right, so now we're gonna get into some scriptures. Can you pull me John 2:18?
Oh,
okay, Khan, start at 13. So I can start at 13. We're gonna read all the way to 18 though.
Khan, John chapter 2, verse 13, 18. It says,
and this is our Lord. Keep going.
It said, and the Jews' Passover was at hand, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem and found in the temple those that sold oxen and sheep and doves.
That was merchandise. They were selling. They were selling in the temple, man. So if the Lord was with it, just like they tell us, like IUIC is telling us, they want to say Hezekiah. They say, we're getting our people. Do you not think that was the temple, man? That was the temple. That's where things were being conducted in Israel. So they should have known what was what, man. So if it was all cool and kosher, Yahushua could have just fell back and just, okay, this is just what happened. But the story's going to tell itself. Keep going on.
It says, in the money changers sitting. Sorry, in the changers of money sitting. And when he had made a scourge of
He made a
small
whip.
arms.
He
Yeah.
made a, what does it say? He premeditated this ass whooping. He made a whip, man. Okay, this was a premeditated ass whooping. He was
Yep.
scourging it up, man. You know what I'm saying? You scourging it up. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Mm-hmm. It say he drove them all out of the temple and the sheep and the oxen and poured out the changers of money. It's like he poured out the changers' money and overthrew the tables.
Huh.
Now, them tables weren't no light tables, man. Them were some heavy tables, man.
Yep.
So, so if he was, so if Yahweh Shah was cool with what they was doing, then he wouldn't have done nothing.
Yep.
He wouldn't have done nothing. Now, what is Yahweh Shah going to do until IUIC's Passover?
Only time can tell, man. That's why
Right.
we say the Lord willing, man. But we at the time where it says the Lord keep it silent, man. Because just like Esau thought. What does it say in Psalms? It said, "You thought I was altogether one as thyself, man."
Right.
Because the Lord is keeping silent. These dudes think that we can do it. But we come into the time of year of prophecy, man. You know,
Yep.
I'm sure the Lord don't want to see too many of these type of Passovers, man. But keep going. Are you on
And it
18?
says, I'm in 16 now.
Okay, a little bit more.
It say, and said unto them that sow doves, take these hence, and make not my father's house a house of merchandise.
See, that's where that's where the inspiration for this lesson came, man. Out of the Lord's mouth himself. Make not my father's house a house of merchandise. What is the house now? Is the hopeful elect. It's not
Yep.
talking about the temple, man. The temple is long gone, man. So what's the temple that's being built? It's within us.
Yep.
Because later in that verse, Yahushua says, "You tear this temple down, and I shall build it up in 3 days."
Mm-hmm.
So he was speaking about the body, man. He was speaking about his body. So now we're in the modern day times, and what is the temple that is in? Is the people that make up the hopeful elect of Israel, man. Okay, just because these Israelites are not in that right state of mind, they're just being taken advantage of, man. You know, we get it, man. You know, Jake is beaten out here, man. They want to cling on to something tangible, man. That's why some are spiritual, more spiritual than others, man. You know, these are
Mm-hmm.
certain gifts that are given because Jake is being simple with it, man. But they're trying to tie in the spirit of the world. That reminds me of some kind of like multi-marketing company when they host their big events, man. What's the difference? Only thing difference is y'all got fringes on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now jump to 2 Peter 2 and 3, all right?
Con. 2 Peter 3 and 6.
2 and 3, all right?
Okay, con. 2 Peter 2 and 3. It says,
Because we should be in the spirit of mourning, man. Our Passovers are solemn, man. They're serious. And we're gonna read it. Because every time brothers know when we come to Passover, man, it's a heavy time, man. You start feeling it, man. You feel the pressure from it because we know that we don't know what could happen, man. Every Passover, man, dudes get buzzed out, man. So we in a time of mourning because Yahweh Shai gave his life for us to have this truth these days. If it
right.
wasn't for sacrifice, we wouldn't be into this knowledge, man. All right. So it's a solemn time to remember Yahweh Shah's sacrifice as being our Passover lamb, man. Go ahead, Ak.
This is 2 Peter 2 and 3. And through covetousness shall they with feigned words make merchandise of you.
Read that again for me.
It say, and through covetousness shall they with, I guess, feigned or feigned words,
Feigned. Yeah.
feigned words, make merchandise of you, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth not.
And then you just said it. It says, look, IUIC, what's gonna happen to their Passover? Because they're afraid. I'm gonna read it through the blue letter now. It says through their covetousness. Now that word there for covetousness, that's Salaki, I'm butchering the word. It's plano exa. Let me share the screen. Now, hold on. Let me share the screen with you, Akim, real quick, so you can see it for yourself if you've not already went through it. And it's let me let Esau play it.
Strong's G 4124. Pleonaxia.
Pleonaxia. And the word there is greedy. Didn't I just show you that Nate is getting ready to make about $140,000 off this Passover?
Yep.
Let's just round down. He's gonna make about $100,000 off of this Passover. Does that sound like it's coming from all love, man? You got promotional videos. This is not a hip hop concert, man. This truth it shouldn't be mixed in with the ways of the world, man.
Right.
It says greedy desire to have more.
Yep.
Covetousness. Adbrace. Adbrace. Let's see what this word means. I just showed you on Google Calculator about a $100,000 profit, and the IUIC is tax exempt, so they don't even have to pay that to Esau. That's all in their pocket. And the word there for avarice is extreme greed for wealth or material gain.
And that's Nate all the way. Yep.
You see how important words are?
Yeah.
It says extreme greed, not just normal greed. Extreme. So now let's read it as is. And through that, it says, and through extreme greed shall they framed. Now let's look what that word frame means. It says molded form as from clay, wax, or stone frame. Shall mold people because you got look at this commercial. Look at this. This is the part 2. Look at these guys. Look at it. You see how they were looking at the TV with that lustful look, like it's getting ready to be some kind of hot concert, man. Yeah. It's not with attaining to the knowledge of you being an Israelite. That's beautiful, but it's more to it than that, man. It's more to it. If they would teach their congregation the real ways of this truth, they wouldn't be around this time happy, man. The Most High can start bringing death down, man. Did you not? That's why it says, why did we need the Passover? So the death angel, which was Yahweh Shai himself, wouldn't come and take your firstborn out of your house, man. So you were scared when he came into town, man.
Right.
And it says, through framed words, molded words, make merchandise. Now the word there for merchandise is it's emporiumai, and it says to go trading, travel for business, traffic, trade of things or import for sales, to deal in, to use a person or a thing for gain. Ooh. That's a cut. That's a cut, man. To use a person or thing. What do they use? What thing are they using? This truth, man.
Yep.
Hey, if you got a precept, man, go on in there.
Let's see. Well, I'm going to get this after you read Exodus 12. So.
All right, Khan, I got you. Let me finish this again. And it says, let me read it again. So it says, shall they with framed words make merchandise of you? Who is you? The hopeful elect, or Israel. Mainly they doing 2/3, but the apostles always say they at least give them the benefit to say they might be some elect in there. That's just blinded right now.
Right.
So let me read it from the top. It says, and through their covetousness, their extreme greed, shall they with framed words, dainty words, nice words, make merchandise of you, whose judgment, so whose judgment, IUIC's judgment, and any man that does that, whose judgment the Lord did not give his life for to have a party kick it, man. So Jake, we will have our time in the kingdom, okay? We're in the time and praise and hoping and praying to the Lord that he has mercy on us when he comes over and judges the new Egypt, which is Babylon the Great America, because it's getting ready to taste of that Passover. That's why it says the destroyer of the Gentiles is on his way. Who is that? That's the same one that came through Egypt, man. It says, whose judgment now of a long time lingereth. So let's look up to that word lingereth, because they seem to think because they're getting away with it. Because how's the Lord yelling at them? Through the prophets, through the apostles and elders, man, and the men on down. Why do you think we're doing this? This is the Lord letting them know, like, look, man, if your Passover was on point, we wouldn't say something. We wouldn't say nothing, man. Right. What we have to say? It says to be idle, inactive, linger, delay. Just because their judgment is being idle right now, they're not going to get away with it, Akim. Since their judgment is inactive, it's not active at the time, they think they can get away with it. All their Passovers have gained more and more carnality, man. You know, more and more carnality, more the garments are getting more flashy, the places are getting bigger, the crowds are getting more carnal, man. Because it don't take a spiritual man to go to one of their Passovers, man. Right. You could just get done rolling up, man, and oh shit, the Passover, let's go. You know, I don't know what man is doing over there, man, but I'm just putting it out there, man. Okay, and it says linger, inactive. I don't want to give a false account, man. And it says delay. Their judgment has delayed, so they're thinking they can do what they're doing, man. Mm-hmm. And it says lingereth not, in their damnation slumbereth not. Okay, so now we're gonna jump right into the Exodus, Doc, if you got it.
Hold on real quick.
Or or pull whatever you have. Real quick. It's Exodus 12 and verse 8.
See, this is
Ecclesiastes. You can start at 7.
All right. All right, Exodus 12 and 7. Mm-hmm. Hey, God, it says, and they shall take of the blood and strike it on the 2 side posts and on the upper post of the houses. Say, wherein they shall eat it. It say, and they shall roast it. And they shall eat it. And they shall eat the flesh. In that night, roasted with fire and unleavened bread with bitter herbs, shall they eat it.
Keep going.
You say, eat not of it raw, nor sodden at all with water.
That means
roast with fire.
That means boil it. Don't boil it.
Say, but roasted with fire, his head with his legs, and with the pertinence thereof. You say, and ye shall let nothing of it remain until the morning, and that which remaineth of it until the morning ye shall burn it with fire. Now it says, thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded.
Does that sound like a party? Does that sound like a party? Nope. If you got your loins girded, because what did the Lord tell? Was that Jeremiah? Where was that Jeremiah? Because he said he was a young man. I think it was Isaiah. He said, "I'm a young man." He said, "Gird up thy loins as a man." Right. So be serious, man. Mm-hmm. So girding yourself doesn't sound like a party, man. And keep going, on.
Right. It say, and thus shall ye eat it with your loins girded, your shoes on your feet, your staff in your hand, You shall eat it in haste.
Quickly. You shall eat it quickly, man. I bet they're over there lounging with the lamb. They got the lamb sitting on the plate. You know, you got women talking shit. You got little kids dancing around, playing and shit. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. Do they not read the scriptures, man? That sounds like you're supposed to. Hey, man, when we have Passovers, man, brothers barely talk, man.
Right.
You remember the Passover, bro? We were barely talking to each other. We weren't trying to do it. It was the spirit that was on us, man. Like brothers were just eating quickly, man, and getting to it because it's hastefully, man. We're trying to get up out this Egypt, man. We're not trying to party and then, you know, Jake sitting there with toothpicks just chilling.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it says, keep going.
It says, you shall eat it in haste. It is Yahweh's Passover.
Come on, go ahead, bro.
So it's not our Passover. It's Yahweh's. So it's Yahweh's Passover. It's the solemn assembly. Unsmiling, grim.
Yep.
We don't supposed to be happy, man. I mean, we will be happy in the kingdom, man. Oh, come. This is say, for I will pass through the land of Egypt this night, and will smite all the firstborn of Egypt, both man and beast, and all the gods of Egypt will I execute judgment. I am Yahweh. So during the night of the Passover, judgment and death was raining down on Egypt, man. Now, was Moses and Aaron and they sister and the rest of Israel, were they happy and party? No, they wasn't, man.
They're scared.
I mean, right, man, because they heard crying and screaming from the Egyptians, man. I mean, they weren't just lounging around and taking naps. Come on, man.
Or singing a song, or you know, dropping a new hot mixtape, a new hot Hebrew mixtape.
Right.
Niggas, bro.
Yep.
And the animals too, because the animals got it. So you even had animals crying in Egypt. Imagine that. Imagine that sound. The sound mix of the sound of mixture of men, women, children, and animals howling, man, because of their loved ones have just been taken, man.
Right.
That was a fear that just thinking about that type of sound, man.
Yep.
Hey, this is a quick precept for you, Watt. You got it. This is Romans 16 and 17. Now I beseech you, brethren, mark them which cause division and offenses contrary to the doctrine, which ye have learned, and avoid them. Stay away from them, man.
Right.
For they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly.
All right, man. Now, Nate knows how the Passover is supposed to go. All right? Nate knows it. I mean, now, are we keeping the Passover perfectly? No, we're not. Why? Because we don't know if the lamb is clean or not. All right, man? But it says we must rehearse the righteous acts. Nate ain't rehearsing shit, man. All right, man. Nate is being a nigga, like he always been, man.
He's trying to add a pizzazz to it, Oxalakia.
Yeah, man. All right, man. He knows how the Passover is supposed to go, man. But he chooses to be hard-headed and chooses to be ignorant just to make himself happy, man. Just to please his belly, all right, man? Because Nate's belly is his God, man.
Beautiful. It says, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, but their own belly. And by good words, listen, hold on. Let me play I'm going to show you how I can be speaking about this guy, man. Look, let's listen again.
Atlanta, Georgia. So watch out, Atlanta, Georgia.
They making it sound like they doing you a favor.
Right.
You see how they doing, man? They make it sound like they doing you. Oh, we bringing our Passover to you. We want you to attend. You hear that, man? Listen to these oil salesmen.
Texas, when it comes to you, up and down 95, it's good to see all you there. So, that's what's going to be the same.
See? It says with them smooth words, bro.
Yep.
Smooth words. They make you sound like, oh, damn, they bringing it to me. I gotta go.
Right.
Damn, they making accommodations for me? Little old me? Come on, man. Let me read it again, man. They fulfilling scripture. It says, for they are such that serve not Yahweh, our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, but their own belly. And by good words, and that word there for good is smooth words. By smooth words.
Yep.
Fair speeches deceive the hearts of the simple. Now look at it. Go ahead, bro.
All right, now I think it's in the book of Isaiah where it says, speak unto us smooth things.
Yep.
So Nate is speaking into his congregation smooth things. Oh, and I got this too. This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 11. It say, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Right, man. All right, man. Now that crap that Nate is doing, man, that's an evil work. And he's not being judged for it yet. He's constantly doing it because he thinks Yahweh Shai is cool with it. And that's why it says, but the day of Yahweh will come as a thief in the night.
And it says the heart of the simple, right? And if you see on the screen, I got these two simple Negroes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know these men, but they're just being used right now for the sake, man. Because they looking like, they're making a commercial about it. They're trying to make it cool and, something, marketable. So Jake could feel like they're, this is something hip, man. The Passover is not about being cool, man. There's nothing cool about the Passover, man. The Lord gave his life, man.
Look at him.
About that?
Look
at them, man. They look simple.
And now all of a sudden he just pulled out this magnificent garment that quick.
Oh, it goes. You ain't seen this commercial?
Not the whole thing, though.
He comes out with a lamb. He comes out with a chauffeur. Hold on. Look, the dude come out with a chauffeur. He about to blow it. They're making it a commercial, man. So now the Passover is commercialized, man.
Ridiculous.
And Lord is pissed, man. Pissed. What's cool? What's marketable about the Lord being killed, man? Do they not realize this? Do they not understand the concept of it, man? That's why you should fear, man. There should be no kind of coolness about it, man.
Right.
Shit. And Jake ain't, but you don't see Jake saying nothing, man. Jake ain't saying nothing. That's why it says we're defenders of this gospel, man. Ain't nothing about the Lord giving his life and being tortured, man, for you to make commercials about it. Yeah, it ain't even emotional, but you just like, damn, man. That's why we in slavery now. That's why you said it earlier. That's why we getting fucked up now, man. Behind niggas like that, man. We all our righteousness is as filthy rags. But to them, you won't see that to them. And it says, for they that are such serve not our Lord Yahweh Mashiach, but their own bellies, and by good words and fair speeches they deceive the hearts of the simple. For your obedience is to come abroad unto all men. I am glad, therefore, on your behalf, but yet I would have you wise unto that which is good and simple concerning evil.
God. Yep.
That's what we trying to do, man. That's concerning evil. They're doing a evil work over there, man. So, you got a precept?
Yep.
All right, Khan, go ahead and pull it.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, 17. We'll start at 3. It say, for while they supposed to lie hid in their secret sins, they were scattered under a dark veil of forgetfulness,
Mm-hmm.
being horribly astonished and and troubled with strange apparitions. So they seen demons in Egypt.
Yep. The
It
Lord was
says, for neither
He
time.
was torturing
Yep.
that place. Keep going.
It say, for neither might the corner that held them keep them from fear, but noises as of waters falling down sounded about them, and sad visions appeared unto them with heavy countenances. More demons they are seen.
Yep.
Seen, man.
Apparitions.
Mm-hmm. He say, no power of the fire might give them light, neither could the bright flames of the stars endure to lighten that horrible night. Right, man? And the dark uh, that was seen in Egypt, man. All right, man. It was so dark, all right, man, that you could actually feel it, man. All right, man. You could feel it. All right, man. So the Egyptians was scared. Israel was scared, man. So they wasn't partying. They wasn't happy, man. They were scared, man. They were scared, man, because judgment and death was coming down, man.
Uh,
But at the same, but I forgot though that IUIC don't believe in Yahweh Shah, so
nah.
that they believe. So
They believe in Serapis.
right.
Hey, this is 2 Corinthians 2:17. It says, "For we are not as many." It says we are not as many which corrupt the word of Yahweh, but as of sincerity, but as of Yahweh in the sight of Yahweh speak we in Mashiach. So we're not the ones
Mm-hmm.
that corrupt. We're doing this in sincerity, man. When we do our Passovers, man, for the years I've been doing it, it's been getting more and more spiritual, man. Less how you say carnality and more spiritual things happen around Passover, man. You know, brothers are growing in the spirit. Brothers, the love is growing. That's what we gotta have, man. Not no madness. And the understanding of Yahweh Shai is growing, man, through His grace, through Yahweh Shai's grace unto us, man. Because we're like the brother said earlier, we don't know if the lamb we eating is right. But the Lord sees our effort, though, man. He knows our hearts. He knows that we wish we had a lamb that we could sacrifice right unto Him. He knows that He wished that we could have the pure non-GMO things to sacrifice, man. He knows that, but He's the one that put us in the position. So He's gonna get us up out of here and bring us into the land because He knows our hearts, man. He knows IUIC's hearts and kicking it. You got guys that's just waiting for the Passover so they can possibly pull some strange, man. And I
Mm-hmm.
read that through the spirit, man. They put that, oh, you got to be married, but come on, man. Come on, man. After drinks, wine, partying, dancing, what happens next, man?
Right.
Hey, give me Joel 1:14, and then we gonna close after a couple more scriptures. All right.
All right, Khan. Let me get this real quick
Yeah,
though.
go ahead.
This is verse Wisdom of Solomon 17:8. For they that promised to drive away terrors and troubles from a sick soul were sick themselves of fear, worthy to be laughed at.
Mm-hmm.
Now okay, verse 19. It say, or a terrible sound of stones cast down, or a running that cannot be seen of skipping beasts, or a roaring voice of most savage wild beasts, or a bounding echo from the hollow mountains. These made them too soon for fear.
Yep.
So, man,
It was horrible, man. It was
yep,
terrifying. The Most High plagued that place, man. And then the ultimate plague of that death angel, Yahweh
yep.
himself, man. The Most High pretty much
Uh,
put him up to knock him down, man.
Right. Joel, right?
Joel 1:14.
Huh. This is uh, okay. This is Joel 1:14. It says, "Sanctify ye a fast, call a solemn assembly, gather the elders and all the inhabitants of the land into the house of Yahweh your power, and cry unto Yahweh,
And what?
and cry unto Yahweh."
It didn't say party, man. When you had
Uh-uh.
spoken, like you said earlier, it's serious, man. That's the
Yep.
moment we should be in. I ain't. It's speaking about having and crying unto the Lord, man. In the Passover and saying, Lord, have forgiveness on us, man. Don't, come and deliver us from the coming destruction of Babylon the Great and parts of the planet Earth. Have mercy on us, Lord. We're sorry, because what are we putting over our doorpost? Is Yahweh Shai in the spirit, man. And our
Yep.
doorpost is going into our mind, man. Going into our mind and being in these days, man. You don't see us having to put literal blood on our doorpost, but we putting it on our mind, man. And Yahweh Shai knows our hearts. And he knows if that blood is there. Just like he knew the blood. You think there was like, door-to-door angels on a, door-to-door death angel checking doorposts? No, he knew. He knew. He knew if they did it or not. And Most High says his eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. So he's
Mm-hmm.
seen who was doing it. He's seen who was prepping it for it. He knew the households, man. So he just came through and dirted everything else that didn't take heed.
Right.
And it says, this is I'm gonna close on this one. This is Ecclesiastes 7:4, and it says, "The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth."
Yep. All right, man. All right, man. So the heart of the mind of the wise men are in the house of mourning. All right, man, because wise men know that they are being oppressed, that they are or eating crap, eating shit. So they're not happy. I mean, but fools want to always be happy, don't want to be humble, don't want to be lowly. They want to be happy and happy-go-lucky and peaches and cream.
You mean it because you know that I'm a Hey man, that was the spirit, man. Just we were getting, you get mad though, man. But we had to throw a little bit in there, man. You know,
Right,
shit ain't peaches and cream, man.
right.
And I'm gonna read it
Uh,
again. Go ahead.
uh, this is Second Chronicles 7:14. It say, "If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves
Mm-hmm.
and seek my face, turn from their wicked ways,
Mm-hmm.
hear from heaven, and will forgive their sin and will heal their land."
Yep.
So we're supposed to be humble, crying into Yahweh Bashem Yahushua.
Run.
I mean, because we was not David humble and crying into Yahweh?
Yep. Yep. Especially when he was trying to save that firstborn, man.
Mm-hmm.
That's what you got to do when you want to get out of something, man. You want to get out of the predicament you've been put in by the Lord, man. You got to cry into Him, man. We're crying right now in the spirit, physically and emotionally, man.
Right.
Brothers are going through things, man. You know what I'm saying? But what do we got to do? We got to cry into the Lord that He take this thing from us, man, so we can be built up and get the hell up out of here, man. But this is Ecclesiastes. I'm gonna read from 7 on down to 4 again, or to 5. It says, I'm gonna start at 2. It says, "It is better to go into the house of mourning than to go into the house of feasting." And what is that? The Passover, the house of feasting.
Mm-hmm.
It says, "For that is the end of all men." And it says, "And the living will lay it to his heart." We're going to think about it in our mind that we're not supposed to do that. It's verse 3. "Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better." So that's beautiful because that ties into what we spoke about earlier, man. That contrite spirit. So when your heart is heavy and you're going through something, you're made better, man. All right. And it says, "Sorrow is better than laughter, for by sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools." And what's those concerts? Aren't they not having concerts there?
Yep.
Aren't they gonna have concerts? You gonna have nigga women trying to bellow out, I couldn't make it in Hollywood looking ass.
Right.
But man, hey, we didn't want to, the spirit had us go a little longer. Go ahead.
Well, GOC, Ricard.
What'd you say, Aki? You broke up a little bit. You broke up on that last part. Say it again.
Elder of GOCC, Ricard was on stage singing an old school R&B song last year, getting it in.
That nigga too legit to quit.
He should quit. That's what he should.
Nigga look like I'm not even going. It's not worth me sacking this guy, bro. He killed himself, man. He killed himself on that stage, man.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the last one, and that's it.
All right, come on, go ahead.
This is Matthew 26 and 18 on down to say, "And he said, Go into the city to such a man and say unto him, The master saith, My time is at hand. I will keep the Passover at thy house with my disciples." And the disciples did as Yahushua had appointed them, and they made ready the Passover. Now, when the even was come, he sat down with the 12, and as they did eat, he said, Verily I say unto you, one of you shall betray me. So this don't sound like they was having a good time.
Nah, there was a fucking spot. There was a traitor in the midst, man.
Right. And they were exceeding sorrowful, and began every one of them to say unto him, Lord, is it I? So even Yahushua was sorrowful. Why? Because he knew his time was at hand. He did not want to go on the cross, man. But just like Yahushua said, I come not to do my will, but to do the will of him that sent me. Who sent him? Yahweh sent him. So he was doing Yahweh's will. So Yahushua knew what he had to do, man. And he girded his loins like a man, and he accepted it. And he did it.
Yeah. These dudes don't even want to lay the fucking mirth down, man.
Right.
Hey, man. Hey, Lord willing, Akim, this was edifying to you, Akim, man. I know you, Akim, is sort of, you'll get pissed off looking at it, but that offenses must come, man. These guys are set to lead the hearts of the simple, man. That's the 2/3 trap, or that's the 2/3 rat trap right there, man.
Right.
They're gonna grab that cheese and it's gonna lock in on their ass, man. We come into that time, man. 2000, like Apostle has coined it. 2018 is the year of prophecy. It's gonna be the year where things turn up, man. Like it says, Lord willing, this might be the last one they get to party at, or the Lord sends some send some calamity their way. You know, and the
Right.
land got a lot of sodomites down there too. You know, a lot of sodomites, man. So, hey, man, if you ain't got nothing else, you can go ahead and close this out, man.
All right. All right, Aki, man. The year of prophecy, man. We're almost home, right, man? We don't have long. Keep pushing, man. Continue to walk in the spirit. Continue to stay in the spirit as much as you can, right, man. Uh, 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 man, just keep your faith in Yahweh Yahweh Shah, and continue to have faith and continue to have faith and hold on to the name Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah, right, man? Because we have the name and we have the Hebrew, man. Don't let these other guys tell you, man, that we don't have of the Hebrew, but then they turn around and say they have Hebrew names. That makes no sense. Right, man? So with that, we say Shalom, Bahalaya, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah,
Bashem Yahweh Shah,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh Shah,
Barakatah Yahweh Shah,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh,
Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Barakatah Yahweh Shah.
Shalom.
Shalom, Akin. Bahar, Rakar, Wadash.
Khan.